of marketing: product, price, place, and promotion. I'm late. I gotta do a show.
Live on tape from Capture Production Studios in beautiful downtown Bridgeville, it's Consumer Sense with Dr. Audrey Gusky. Tonight featuring Luke Panza from No Wait and also Dan Tambolini. Here to make sense of it all, Audrey Gusky.
Welcome to Consumer Sense, where we share consumer tips and trends of what's happening in the Pittsburgh marketplace with you every week. I am Dr. Audrey Gusky. Hope you're hungry. On this week's show, we're going to give you the latest trends in restaurants and give you some tips on how to save money while getting better service when you eat out. We visit a local startup company that is helping you to save time so you don't have to wait for a table at a restaurant. And we look at what makes Pittsburgh rock. Ever wonder why you should buy in September? We will tell you what to buy now to save big bucks. Iron City Innovations takes us back in Pittsburgh history to the 1800s and the 1960s. As always, we will help you save time and money in the marketplace. All this and more on this week's Consumer Sense. We are in mid-September. School has started. Weather is getting cooler. Days are getting shorter. And fall is just around the corner. What items are hot buys this time of the year? In September, home appliances are a great buy. New models arrive in September and October, and so you'll find great deals on last year's models. Buy a new car. New models roll into the lot in the fall, so shop in September for last year's models, and shop on a weekday at the end of the month to get the undivided attention of the salesperson who is trying to make their quota. Buy your school supplies now. Oh yeah, they're on sale since school is in session and most students and their families are done with their shopping. Stores want to clear their excess inventory. Computers are also at their lowest price, with back-to-school shopping done and before the holiday rush. There are all sorts of computers on sale. Buy gas grills. You don't have much more time to grill outside, so grill and barbecue stuff will be marked down very low. Grab them up and use them for a few more weeks as you enjoy the crisp fall air. Buy your shrubs and trees. Now is the time to plant your garden and decorate the inside of your home with indoor plants as well. And buy a lawnmower to get ready to cut your grass come spring. Bicycles are really cheap now, so get in shape for the winter months ahead and save a heap of money. How about summer clothes? They're on sale now. Get them for next summer. Summer trends rarely change year to year. And why not buy swimwear for next year? Remember, timing is everything. Don't buy during high demand seasons. Be a contrarian. Buy when no one else is. Recently, I spoke at the Pennsylvania Restaurant Association Summit, and I was able to get the inside scoop for you on hot restaurant trends. Social media is a hot trend in restaurants. Many restaurants are using Facebook to provide an online experience. Social media can help you find great deals, reviews on restaurants, and special events. Restaurants are buying local, and many restaurants are using the freshest produce, which they grow in their own gardens. One of the hottest trends in restaurants this year, more chefs are getting involved with the Eat Local food movement and are growing their own tomatoes, herbs, and produce. Independent restaurants are more equipped to have their own gardens because they have the flexibility to adjust their menus with what's in season. They don't have the consistency factor that chain restaurants do. Casual dining is hot, and top chefs have infused food with more personality. Comfort foods, foods that you would find in cookouts, home kitchens, and diners, are fitting into more menus. From hot dogs to meatloaf and chicken and lobster pie, restaurants are providing home-cooked meals like Mom used to make. We always remember our favorite restaurant experiences. Restaurants want to create these memorable moments, and they do it by following the hottest restaurant trends. Everybody remembers their favorite restaurant experiences. I have two. My favorite restaurant experience was in Beijing, wherein I ordered Peking duck, absolutely to die for, absolutely melted in your mouth. And my second favorite restaurant experience was in Paris for my birthday when they sang they played a recording, Happy Birthday, to me in 6 different languages. And then a cute little puppy was sitting at my feet. You can't beat that. You can't beat Paris for a birthday. Are you confused about who to tip and how much? Do you want better service and are willing to pay for it? Sounds like you need some tips on tipping. The word tip comes from the acronym TIP, which stands for to ensure promptness. Tipping started in the 16th century English coffee houses, and the tips were drink money, so the server would be able to have a drink after work. Today, tipping is a billion-dollar business. Research has shown that 1/3 of us are confused about precisely how much to tip. According to Emily Post, base your decision on if you're pleased with the service, your relationship with the provider, how often you use the service, and your budget. The standard guideline for tipping is 15%. That applies to waiters, taxi drivers, room service, and hairdressers. 10% is fine in bars, at a buffet, or for food delivery. Tip airport sky caps $1 a bag, and tip restroom attendants, shampooers, and coat check $1. If it is someone you see on a regular basis, such as a hairdresser or lawn service, tip them well. You will be surprised with the great service that you will receive. If you tip the bartender up front, you just might get great service all night. And remember, if you're using a coupon, you should tip according to the regular price. Many restaurants are suggesting an appropriate tip in your bill. This may sound pushy, but many customers welcome advice on the gratuity. There are some people you don't have to tip. You can tiptoe past owners of shops, busboys, doormen, bus drivers, theater ushers, museum guides, and fast food employees. My Duquesne students have conducted studies on tipping and found that men tip better than women and older people tip better than younger people. Studies have found that if a server touches your shoulder, squats beside you, or gives you candy, people will increase their tip. Tip the scale in your favor. Tip right and enjoy great service. The next time you use their service, you will be treated as their favorite customer. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, Pittsburgh was ranked 7th among the top markets in the nation regarding gains in jobs this year. Pittsburgh added 23,700 jobs. And Pittsburgh ranked 22nd for economic clout among the top metropolitan areas in the United States, according to American City Business Journals. Pittsburgh's gross metropolitan products add up to $111.6 billion. According to IHS Global Insight Report on the country's metropolitan areas, our 7-county region outperforms the cities of Las Vegas, Cleveland, and the states of Utah, Rhode Island, Arkansas, West Virginia, Mississippi, Nebraska, Maine, Alaska, and even the country of Vietnam. Further evidence that our region is economically powerful. Pittsburgh rocks.
Thinking about college? Are you confused about which college to attend? Think Duquesne University. Join us for Duquesne University's Fall Open House this Sunday morning, September 18th from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Duquesne's 2011 Fall Open House is an opportunity for current high school students and their families to speak with representatives from admissions, financial aid, academic departments, and administration. Duquesne University, education for the heart, mind, and spirit.
Attention all homeowners and contractors. Get the job done right with Federoach Landscape Supply. They're Western Pennsylvania's leading supplier of topsoils, bark mulch, natural stone, gravel, even recycled tire mulch. Call Federoach Landscape Supply at 1-800-TOPSOIL.
Are you a professional thinking about graduate business studies? Have you wanted to explore your options for an MBA? Join us at Duquesne University's Graduate Business Programs Information Session on Monday, September 19th from 5:30 to 7 in the Duquesne University Power Center Ballroom. Duquesne MBAs develop leadership skills that are value-based. Duquesne MBAs are respected for balancing intelligence with integrity. Duquesne University's graduate business program. It's a Master of Business Administration from a higher perspective.
As an avid makeup lover, I found it difficult to find not only makeup that really made my personality pop, but was also natural. That led me to create a line of natural, yet highly glamorous cosmetics that allows crease-proof, all-day wear with vibrant colors, but healthy for the skin. This is Dr. Michael Huey saying find your obsession at obsessedminerals.com.
Eating is America's favorite pastime. 75% of us eat out at least once a week. The average restaurant diner who eats out regularly eats out 2.3 times per week. But consumer research shows that over half of us are cutting back in restaurant spending due to the tough economy. 70% have chosen to eat out less often rather than to eat at cheaper restaurants. Want to save money at restaurants? Here are some tips. Munch at lunch. Lunch is 50% or less than what you would expect to pay for dinner. Mind the menu. Watch menu tricks. Be careful of the top right items on the menu. That is where your eye goes, and so many restaurants put their pricey items in that spot. Coupons. Don't leave home without them. Find them in coupon books and newspapers and entertainment books. Drink water. Water is not only financially healthy, but also physically healthy for you too. Ditch drinks and dessert. Restaurants make money on alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks, and desserts add to your waistline and deplete your wallet. Find the deal. Early birds aren't just for senior citizens. Or buy one meal and split it with a friend or family member. Or buy a meal and a salad bar and pack the entree and take it home. Today, we're at Tambellini's restaurant in Bridgeville, one of my favorite restaurants, and with me is Dan Tambellini, who is the owner of the restaurant. Dan, thank you for joining us.
Hey, my pleasure.
Now, one of the things I wanted to ask you about are trends in restaurants. What are some of the things you're seeing as a restaurant owner?
Well, we're kind of going against the grain. We're actually ahead of sales versus last year, and we haven't raised our prices, so it's real growth. And it's hard to attribute what might be the reasoning behind it. Our lunches are flat, our dinners are slightly up, and parties, for some strange reason, are ahead of last year. We have a party room downstairs and one right behind us, and people are continuing to celebrate, I guess.
Well, that's great news because a lot of times people are cutting back with the economy and they're not eating out as often or spending as much money.
Yeah.
What kind of tips can you give to patrons in order to save money as they're dining in restaurants?
Well, a lot of people like to order ice water in times of the slow economy. Other tips, I don't really have anything right now.
So one of the things I wanted to ask you too is one of the trends that we're seeing in restaurants is more restaurants are using local foods and produce grown in their region. Are you doing anything like that?
Well, normally we buy from the Strip District, but lately this summer the borough has placed a farmer's market about an eighth of a mile from here, and we've been buying every Tuesday from that particular area, and it far outstrips the quality of the Strip District. I mean, the tomatoes, the peppers, the banana peppers, very, very good.
Because you know everything's locally grown and very, very fresh.
Yeah.
And I'm sure reasonably priced as well.
Yeah, and you'd think in the summer it would be easy to find tomatoes that are nice and vine ripened and red, deep red, but it's not. I mean, the local distributors are having difficulty, and yet this farmer's market, I can't say for other farmers markets, but this one in particular has very good quality.
Yeah. Now, the people that are eating here, are they aware that the produce that you're buying is just literally across the street from here?
You know, they're not, but that might be a good thing to do. Of course, we only have a couple of weeks left, but
Yeah.
But that might be a good thing to do to let people know. Even on our feature list, we could
You should tell them.
state that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Another trend that I'm seeing is more of the comfort foods, and especially as we're getting closer to fall, people are looking for foods that may have been made at their mom's kitchen or at diners or at cookouts. Are you serving a lot of comfort foods here?
We serve some. As a matter of fact, tonight, every Tuesday, we feature stuffed green peppers, which is kind of unusual for an Italian restaurant, but they sell like wildfire. And Mondays, we have meatloaf.
Meatloaf is much
Which
a
is a
comfort
comfort food.
Absolutely. And pork chops are yummy too.
Pork
I see you
chops
have
on
got those on
Wednesday,
Wednesday.
yeah.
Now tell us about this almost 1990s price specials. What a great idea this is.
Yeah, we used to call it almost 1980s price specials, but we had to raise a little. So now we call it almost 1990s price specials. And we try to keep the price down to the point where what they would have paid in 1990, whatever.
Yeah. Now, another way for people to save money is to eat lunch as compared to dinner, because there are some differences in prices. And I know you offer wonderful lunch specials.
Yeah, no one goes away hungry for lunch here, or lunch or dinner. But for lunch, for instance, we have numerous entrees that include 3 choices. And they can be among coleslaw, a cup of soup, house salad, vegetable, a side of pasta. Or in place of one of those 3, they could have spumoni for dessert.
How yummy.
Yeah, so,
What a great
you
idea.
know, it's not like some of the chains where, you order the entree and you also have to pay extra for the salad. Here, we include 3 things in the price.
That is very reasonably priced
lunch
too. You also have early bird specials. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we have early bird specials. Some of the items are like a crispy eggplant with drizzled with a little lump crab meat and like a pink Alfredo sauce, and then it's finished with a little shredded fontanella cheese. And that's priced significantly less than our normal dinner.
Yeah. And you also, at your bar area, you have a special happy hour, appetizers and foods that you provide too.
We do, yes. Friday is the most popular. We put out a mountain of fried fish that people rave about.
Yeah.
And it's nice too because they stay after the happy hour as well.
Great.
So they're loyal local patrons.
Super.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dan.
Hey, you're welcome.
I think. Now, Amy, you said you come to this restaurant a lot. What are some of the ways you try to save money when you're dining out?
We share meals with our family, and then we order. They give us such a large portion that we end up having to take it home like a doggy bag, and we have it for several meals afterwards.
Are there any other money-saving tips that you can share with us when you're dining at restaurants?
Probably get a large portion and just split it is what I would do.
Yeah.
And like a lot of people get ice water, and that's what I get because the other drinks you fill up too much and you have to take your food home anyhow.
Generally, we really look into the possibility of couponing and special promotions because that's the best way to save money.
In fact, we are here tonight to use the Enjoy coupon or the entertainment coupon, and that's a $13 savings for us. And that gives my wife a chance to order a glass of wine.
Well, a lot of times we look and see if the kids' meal is big enough to split, then we typically will do that, and that will definitely save a couple dollars with every meal if that's something that we can do.
The little one doesn't usually take a meal. She eats off of our plates because she would just waste most of it. And the girls, we often try to find places where like the drinks, especially chocolate milk's included and the refills are free.
Your mom and dad said you guys come to restaurants about once a week. What types of things do you like to order?
Grilled cheese. French fries and chicken nuggets mostly. Really? Yes.
Are you a professional thinking about graduate business studies? Have you wanted to explore your options for an MBA? Join us at Duquesne University's Graduate Business Programs Information Session on Monday, September 19th from 5:30 to 7 in the Duquesne University Power Center Ballroom. Duquesne MBAs develop leadership skills that are value-based. Duquesne MBAs are respected for balancing intelligence with integrity. Duquesne University's Graduate Business Program. It's a Master of Business Administration from a higher perspective.
As an avid makeup lover, I found it difficult to find not only makeup that really made my personality pop, but was also natural. That led me to create a line of natural, yet highly glamorous cosmetics that allows crease-proof, all-day wear with vibrant colors, but healthy for the skin. This is Dr. Michael Huey saying find your obsession at obsessedminerals.com.
Thinking about college? Are you confused about which college to attend? Think Duquesne University. Join us for Duquesne University's Fall Open House this Sunday morning, September 18th from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Duquesne's 2011 Fall Open House is an opportunity for current high school students and their families to speak with representatives from admissions, financial aid, academic departments, and administration. Duquesne University, education for the heart, mind, and spirit.
Founded in Pittsburgh in the summer of 2010, No Wait takes the frustration out of waiting for a table at restaurants. With us today is Luke Panza, one of the founders of No Wait. Welcome, Luke. Great to have you here in Consumer Sense.
It's a pleasure.
First of all, tell us, how does this process work exactly? Because I know it eliminates the buzzer system, and it also eliminates any kind of paging notification.
That's right. No Wait is an iPad app that hosts use in restaurants to send you a text message when your table's ready. And they operate it right over the restaurant's wireless internet. All the data sent over the cloud to the No Wait database, and No Wait actually connects with telecoms companies to send your message.
That is so cool. Now, what are the advantages to restaurant patrons?
What's really great is now that you can use your cell phone as your notification system, you can really wait where you want, do whatever you want while you're waiting. You don't really feel like you're waiting if that half an hour wait for a table is spent down the street at the bookstore, or at least standing outside and enjoying time. And it's especially great if, for example, you have young kids and waiting becomes a problem.
Now, typically, though, when you're in a restaurant and you're forced to wait, you go into the bar. So how is this affecting the bottom line of restaurants and their bar tabs?
It's interesting. That was a concern we had. However, we found that when the bar is empty, patrons that are waiting still go into the bar. And when the bar is very full, that's when the traffic sort of drops off. But those patrons that may have otherwise left are now waiting somewhere else. And it's even great for families with young children because they really tend not to like to wait in the bar anyway.
Sure, that makes a lot of sense. Now, what are other advantages to restaurants then in using your system?
Well, No Wait actually is bridging a new technology move in the restaurant industry, whereas in the past, restaurants sent information about special dinners or events over email. The whole conversation's moving to mobile technology. Restaurants can now tell you about something while you're waiting, their Facebook page or a special they're offering right then. If you choose to, they can connect with you afterwards on your phone, let you know about new events, special offers they have. And it's making the whole dialogue and the whole relationship between restaurants that much easier because it's putting that conversation into your pocket on your phone.
That is really cool because it allows then the patrons of the restaurant, the customers, to really develop this relationship.
In fact.
Are there any other marketing applications or ways that a restaurant can market themselves using No Wait?
Absolutely. I mentioned Facebook. A great thing to do while customers waiting is remind them to let other people know what they're doing on their Facebook page. Or after you leave, oftentimes restaurants ask you to give your email address or your phone number for updates, which is entirely at your discretion, but it's a way to find out more and for the restaurant to connect with customers and to market to them and stay in touch when they otherwise might lose you.
Yeah, absolutely. To me, it seems like really a cool thing and very trendy. Do you see No Wait as having this really trendy factor?
Absolutely. Everybody's sort of picking up iPads nowadays, and it's great to see them in restaurants because they're wonderful to use. And it's something like 80 million consumers now have smartphones. So restaurants are coming on board in an industry that typically didn't embrace technology. Now using something like No Wait, they're really jumping in at the fore of the industry.
Yeah, absolutely. That is fabulous. Now tell us, how did this idea come about? How did you guys create this No Wait?
It was definitely a waiting experience. It was a Sunday morning brunch in San Francisco. We were going around to different restaurants trying to get a table. Everybody had a 45-minute wait, And at the third or fourth restaurant, the first one called us and said, "We have a table for you." And it dawned on us that there must be a better way of doing this. And thinking about text messaging and how ubiquitous cell phone usage is now, the idea sort of formed itself.
Yeah, oh, that is really cool. Now, I've heard you won an award, if you wanted to tell us a little bit about that.
Oh yeah, No Wait won a startup business plan competition out of St. Louis. It's called the Contagic Startup Program. And we were awarded this about 8 months ago, which was wonderful. It's a great support to a startup company, and as we move out of that phase, it provides a lot of great resources to continue to grow.
Yeah, congratulations on that. And I think the Pittsburgh area supported you as well.
Absolutely. This was our first test market. We were involved in a couple startup programs such as Alpha Lab. And the restaurants here have just been the biggest help to No Wait. We've been working in places like Mad Max, Purgatory, Spaghetti Warehouse, and Dinette, and they allow us to really give the newest innovations to No Wait a trial run before releasing it to the whole market.
Yeah, that's neat. Are you in other cities as well, Luke?
That's right, yeah. We're in Baltimore, Dallas, Washington, D.C., as far away as California, and we actually started selling No Wait in Canada recently.
Really? Mm-hmm. How fun is that? You are expanding very quickly.
We're doing our best.
Yes. Well, we thank you very much for joining us in Consumer Sense.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Luke.
Thanks.
This week's Iron City innovations are the Ferris wheel. The Ferris wheel was invented by the Pittsburgh bridge builder, George Washington Gale Ferris, Jr. The first Ferris wheel was opened on June 21st, 1893 at the Chicago World's Fair. This Ferris wheel was 250 feet tall, which is the height of a 25-story building. 2,000 people could ride the wheel at one time. It cost 50 cents per ride. The same Ferris wheel was later used at the St. Louis Exposition in 1904. Then it was scrapped in 1906. First pull tab on cans, invented in 1962. The pull tab was developed by Alcoa and first used by Iron City Brewery in 1962. For many years, pull tabs were only used in this area. And the first retractable dome, built in September of 1961. Pittsburgh Civic Arena boasts the world's first auditorium with a retractable roof. Hope you enjoyed the show this week as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. This week's Consumer Sense sensible moments were: ditch the desserts and drinks to save money when you're eating out. Find the deals. Be a contrarian. Buy what no one else is buying. Buy ahead of the season or after the season for the best savings. Learn the latest technologies, such as No Wait, to save you time and money. Catch us next week to learn the do's and don'ts of loyalty programs. Hear about the economic impact on a region of this weekend's great race, along with the latest running trends. Thank you for joining us on Consumer Sense, where we make sense for you.